Well, I've never heard of this word and it just popped up in my head. When you ask, you shall receive. There's so many ways to perceive and believe in your own way. Y'all are not ready for the tea. Y'all are not ready for the tea.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hello guys. I'm so glad to see you guys again. I just love talking to you guys and connecting with you guys and making these videos. I look like a teacher right now. Oh my god. I dropped my towel. Quiet on set. The set gotta be perfect. I just got back from a work thing and this outfit is slaying for sure. I know that. I know I look good. And Katara is right here with me. But yes, it was really cold outside, so I'm ready for a cup of tea right now. So we're about to make some tea and speak some tea. We're just gonna turn the water on. We got my favorite mug from Earthbound. A bunch of mushrooms and a little branch right here. But I'm really excited for the topic of this video. I'm like very passionate about this topic in particular because it's been a part of my journey and my personal development and spiritual expansion. I started asking myself this question, like, where do thoughts come from? Where do epiphanies come from? Where do ideas come from? Of course, epiphanies, they're perspective shifts. There's people that think there's an Akashic record, which I don't know a lot about. And there's people that think it comes from God, it comes from the universe, or it's just recycled over and over. And all of those possibilities could be true. Like, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The mysteries of conscious. Get into it. And it's also safe to say that a thought isn't physical. It's a non-physical part of ourselves that is in our brain, or I guess, or it's just consciousness being aware of a thought. A thought! And people say they meet God or source or whoever through meditation, worship, psychedelics. Like, there's so many ways to meet God. I feel like God just really comes from religion, and that's just a simple answer we just give to the existence of all of it. All of it. We got a cinnamon horchata tea. I've been drinking this pretty often. It's so good. You know, I just like the flavor. So yes, we're just gonna open it and there's a message. So let's see what it says. Period. By Yogi Tea. Know that you are a child of the universe. Absolutely. This honestly goes perfectly with this video. And I was literally shuffling through the box of tea bags just for the perfect like message for this video that we're talking about, and it's like, wow. Attention. Yes, this water is piping hot. Absolutely.
PSA, if you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed yet, you must do it now.
No. Honestly, I am still shook by this message. Like, honestly, every single like yogi message that I do for this channel, it's always resonated with the topic of the video. And I think that's just the universe directly talking to really us. Know that you are a child of the universe. Like, that makes me want to cry right now. It makes me want to cry. I'm about to cry. Wait, because I'm about to cry. I'm not sure what I titled this video, but I had this profound year in 2024 where I was able to channel messages and access my intuition in powerful ways that I've never had before. It's still a journey for me with my intuition. Here's how I see channeling. Channeling is as simple as tuning into a radio station on the radio, like we all have antennas that is literally connected to our own intuition, to our own power, to our own truth. Like, you literally feel your truth in your body. And I feel like our emotions are quite literally compasses to our truth, to our heart, in the most deepest of ways. I realize that we are all conduits for the divine as well as the conductor. We get to receive information and give information. Connection to source, and when I say source, the source of nature, the source of the world, the source of the universe, whoever created this whole realm, this whole 3D realm. Like, who knows? Who knows if there even is a creator? Maybe we're just trying to give an answer to the mystery of life. But when I say source, I'm saying somebody that created all of it, part of it, who knows? But I see our connection to source like a umbilical cord. Like, whenever we're born, we're attached to our mothers for food and nutrients and all the things that we need and deserve, of course. And the universe is constantly expanding. It holds our solar system, it holds many facets of things. Knowing that you're always nurtured, always supported. Whenever I look back at things, I realize everything always worked out. Everything always works out. Even in the moments where you're like in dreadful need of clarity or like safety or whatever, like everything always works out harmoniously in some way, and you always get stronger in some way, somehow. And it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's literally magic. You know, the umbilical cord, like literally it was attached to our belly button at one point, and it just snapped. Our belly button is like where our solar plexus chakra is, and that's where our power and confidence is. Truly where my power has been sourced within me is realizing that I am one with the universe. I'm one with source. I'm one with God. I'm one with prosperity. I'm one with peace. I'm one with love. Like, that's all a source within me that I get to call up at any moment, despite any circumstances or external things. And that's powerful, and it makes me feel confident knowing that I am my own source, and I am also supported by a source. And also God or universe or whoever. Like, I really don't know. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, I don't have the answers to the universe. And if you came on this video for the answers to the universe, maybe you are the answer.
Maybe you are the answer. Absolutely.
Let me take a sip of this tea now. Sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I stole. That tastes really good. We have like a energetic umbilical cord to God, to universe, to source. Like, everything in the universe is quite literally interconnected, connected, and everything's mirroring each other. Even like the macrocosm and the microcosm, they mirror each other. And it's like, they're just one thing. It's just based on a scale. And the scale is just one continuum. Wow. So many perspectives that we get to access magic and miracles just in our own perspective of the world, of ourselves, of God, of universe, whoever. Like, our beliefs get to create a whole magical, beautiful experience for ourselves, and that's exactly what you deserve, exactly what I deserve, exactly what people before us deserve and people after us deserve. When it came to my own journey with channeling and literally having like a whole journal dedicated to being able to channel with the divine and having meetings with God, universe, source, angels, higher self, I realized that when you ask a question, you shall receive an answer. When you ask, you shall receive. Like, what is desire without true fulfillment? What is a question without the answer? Like, I mean, there's a multitude of questions, a multitude of answers. It's not one without the other. Like, it's all one with each other. It all mirrors something. What is manifestation without you? You are a manifestation. You are a miracle. You are magic. You are magic incarnated. My realization with you are the receiver and the giver at the same time. You are your own solution, your own miracle, your own answered prayers. You are a channeler. Every single person is a channeler. You have your own thoughts, you have your own ideas, you have your own epiphanies. So therefore, you are a channeler. You are a channeler. Ooh. I have different methods for channeling. It's honestly so easy once you have that perspective of when you ask source, God, universe, a question, even your higher self, even yourself, when you ask a question, there is an answer, there is a solution, there is magic within that as well. Whenever it comes to channeling, it is very important for me to be silent, be still. Even with meditation, I channel. Whenever I'm journaling, sometimes I'll close my eyes and I'll be like, I'll ask a question, and then boom, an answer is just divinely orchestrated for me to receive. And I'm able to write it down, and then things just keep like coming out. I'm like, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? It's within that stillness, it's within that silence, and I feel like that is literally the whole thing about consciousness. Consciousness is pure awareness. Once you just sit still, like sit still, be quiet. Sit still, be quiet, and listen. Be aware of what's coming in. Even if it's like something coming in where it's like, oh, why would that come in? There's something deeper within that for you to be aware of. I've channeled from my inner child. I've channeled from my higher self. I've channeled solutions from my higher self. I've channeled from my spirit guides. There's a plethora of things that you can believe in, honestly. There's people that believe in gods and goddesses. And I'm honestly just so glad that I am just free flowing with my belief system that gets to create peace, create love and power that is magnetic. There's so many ways to perceive this reality and believe in your own way. If it's giving you peace, so be it. If it's giving you love, so be it. It also has to be able to reciprocate to other people. Have those beliefs that creates a peaceful world for yourself and others, most importantly. And whenever I channel, it's a very clear truth, and my intuition tells me based on how I feel. If it's a hell yeah, it's a hell yeah. It's a hell no, no. We can just let that go. Whenever I feel my truth, I just know. I just know, and I know that you know whenever you feel truth. You have that discernment, you have that intuition that is powerful, and the more that you exercise it with channeling, with your intuition, with decisions, with options, it gets more and more powerful. Now I'm wondering, like, where did it all start for me? Where did it all start? There's nothing wrong with religion. It's just something that I did not see for my path, for my life, and it did not resonate after a certain period of time. I always had questions as a kid. I always had like, why this? How this? What is this? You know, I would always pray as a kid because, you know, that's what we were supposed to do. But I always loved being in conversation with God, with Jesus, whenever I was Christian. I found this peace within that, and that is like a complete like 360 perspective for me, where I see having a conversation with God as you're also having a conversation with yourself. It's also a oneness. It's also a harmonious mutual relationship. What is two without one? The two is one. It's just mirrors of each other. I came to a point in my young adult life, still in my young adult life, where I'm just like, I just want clarity, and the future seemed so scary, and I wanted to control everything. I just wanted answers. I just wanted answers to things in my life and possibly to reality in the universe. There's channelers like Bashar, Aaron Lyons, Abraham Hicks that very much inspired me and were a mirror to me when it came to truth. Like, a channeler literally can say anything, and that can be their truth. I can channel anything and I get to pick my truth. You can channel anything and you can say that's truth. You can pick any belief and say it's truth. And at some point, I felt kind of weird about, like, I'm truth. I have to pick truth. I have to pick beliefs. I have to pick perspectives. Then again, I am a child of the universe. I'm always supported. I saw that as like a responsibility. Like, I have to pick my truth. I have to be conscious with that. And that is creative conscious power. And that is a power that you have, that we have as consciousness. And it's magical, and there's so much power within it, and it gets to manifest so many beautiful, prosperous things for you, or perspectives that don't serve you. But then again, everything's technically in service of you. Something that isn't in service of you, it's taking you to another level. It's all a journey where we're just trying to get it. We're just trying to get it. But do we ever get it? Do we have to be perfect? We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. But, with my own channeling, I was really trying to get clarity, and I kept trying to find clarity in external sources and external circumstances, external people. That's still a journey with me when it comes to self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-confidence, and also internal validation. That is a journey that we all are on. I kept looking at teachers, I kept looking at philosophers, I kept looking at other channelers, I kept looking at other people that were spiritual for the answers. What's my truth? What's my truth? What's the truth? Like I kept trying to find it externally. When am I going to go inwards, go internally into my wisdom and trust it? And trust it. Internal wisdom, internal knowledge, of course it comes from experience, information. It depends on experience. Like, if you have an experience that you think is holding you back, is it internal wisdom? It's just an experience. But that internal wisdom, where you have that compass of yes, that compass of I should, a compass of I know, that is very powerful to lean into it and trust it and to trust yourself. Even with knowing things are going to get better, even with knowing that you have it in the bag. There's so many different religions, so many different beliefs, so many different doctrines and ideologies where you have to pick a route that maybe not a lot of people are taking and be like, this creates a world of love and peace and beauty and magic and prosperity for me, that expands me, expands my mind, expands my body, expands me in so many ways, and you have to trust it. I feel like I'm literally speaking directly to myself when I'm speaking to you guys. I'm like, I am in conversation with myself as well whenever I'm talking. Like, I feel like I'm channeling right now. I'm still in my own journey of trust. I'm like, how did I even talk about that? Like, we're all channelers. And who knows where the source is, but knowing that you are a child of the universe, we are always supported, we're always nurtured. Your greatest joys are always supported. When it came to like clarity, truth, my beliefs, that really got me into channeling. It never really reached deeply until I did it for myself, until I'm able to share my voice with you guys. It never hit so deep. Just being able to like speak authentically about my own beliefs, my own opinions, my own perspectives, also my own vulnerabilities and my own fears. I just love that we get to be reflections of each other and mirror each other and connect with each other, and we just bounce off of each other. Maybe you've had epiphanies from somebody else talking. Maybe you resonated with something that I said. We're all bouncing, we're all bouncing, we're all bouncing. This heater is putting in some work. This heater putting in some work, and this tea putting in some work. So I'm gonna go through my channeling digital notes. I'm not sure what day that I made these notes, but still like revolutionizing my perspective. It is a belief that I now possess. I do this routinely where I sit in stillness, I stay quiet for however long, even in meditation or with journaling. I'll just have my pen in hand. I'm like, what's gonna come up? This one particular day, I was just on the couch. I just wanted some clarity with manifestation. And I asked the question, Source, give me your secrets when it comes to manifestation. Y'all are not ready for the tea. Y'all are not ready for the tea. A word popped up into my head, and I've never heard of this word. My vocabulary is not the best. I've never heard of this word, and it just popped up in my head. And it's the word confluence. And I was like, what does that mean? It like came up out of nowhere, and I was like, what does that mean? So I Googled it, and the definition of confluence is the junction of two rivers. It's where two rivers come together. I was shookest to the core whenever I got this word and I researched on it, and I was like, this is a direct answer from Source when it comes to the secrets of manifestation and creation. I've never heard of this word, and especially with water, I've had like such a deep realization about water, and it's helped me with my own manifestations and intentions. I used to live in a van with my partner, and it was such a beautiful experience to like travel across the country and to live and travel and just be adventurous. We used to take showers at the Planet Fitness, and we would do that after work. I remember this one day being in the shower at the Planet Fitness. I was like, this would be so cool to feel my own shower, to be in the reality of having my own shower. Although I was at the Planet Fitness shower, I was literally listening to music at the Planet Fitness shower, and I was, under the shower head, and I was having my eyes closed, washing my body. I closed my eyes, I was like, I'm in my own shower. I'm in my own shower, in my own place. A few months down the line, I am in my own shower, in my own place, with my partner, in our, honestly, dream city, and I was like, wow. It's just powerful, like intention, visualization, water, flow. It's been so pivotal to my own journey when it came to realizing, the flow of things, the vibration of things. We are a emulation of Source, Creator, God, whoever in our own life. The word confluence coming up. Whenever that word was channeled through, I was like I took a breath. I was like, oh my goodness. It's kind of weird to describe like the cognitive process of it. You don't hear a voice. You feel this truth, and the truth just comes out. Clarity just comes out based on that compass of how truth feels in your body. The letter Y came out with this channeling, and Source said, there is one point in there. They're separate, but they conjoin at some point. Even with myself, I recognize that my own personal why for manifestations, for my intentions, it fuels the experience of passion. It fuels manifestation for me, like why and that feeling. And then realizing I am one with the experience that I seek. There is no separation. Any perspective of separation creates that. Source said, Be in the creative consciousness of already living in, already embodied, already. Like you're already one with it all. You're already confluent with it. You're already flowing with it. Just recognize it. You're in the same river. You're in the same point. That's shifted my whole perspective on a lot of things. And that's just one of the many that I've channeled. With this journal that I that's busted up, this honestly it's fallen off. It's just fallen off. But with this journal, I've channeled a lot, but I just want to get into one thing that I've channeled. It's on the first page, and it's when I channeled for my inner child. And I'm not going to get too in depth with like the information. This one was very emotional for me to channel for my inner child. You know, my inner child is something that I need to really be conscious of, really take care of. And channeling from my inner child, it's something that I still need to go back to, and it's still a journey with myself, with my own inner child, and allowing myself to play, allowing myself to be authentic and be my own individuality that is so expressive and magical and funny and humorous in my own unique way. I was sitting at this exact table with my pen in hand, and I was like, why don't I just channel for my inner child? Is that something that I could do? So I was like, why not give it a try? So I started asking my inner child a series of questions. I had my eyes closed. I was visualizing my childhood home, and I was sitting with my younger self. So with my eyes closed, I had my pen in hand, and I visualized myself asking her those questions, asking a part of myself those questions. And one of the questions that I asked myself was, and this is the question that like had me like sobbing. What do you want to do when you're 21, 22? How do you see yourself being and doing what? What do you want to do when you grow up? I said, I want to have fun and do things with my friends, to feel excited, to feel happy. You know, me and my inner child sitting on the porch of my childhood home. I asked, you know, more personal questions. And yeah, those things came out, and it really helped me be more in connection with my own inner child and more with my own playfulness. And I just remember sobbing, tears of joy. Yes, honestly, when it came to like channeling, I was like, ooh, like I was kind of judgmental of it. How do you know if that's true? How do you know if source or God or whatever is saying whatever? The truth of the matter is, you are the higher self. You are source. You are God in whatever aspect that you perceive. When you realize that you're just mirrors and reflections of these powerful aspects with my inner child, I felt that inner child joy within me. Channeling is so powerful, and you being a channeler, me being a channeler, like you get to put this into your practice for self-expansion and confidence and stronger intuition. It's a frequency, it's a vibration, it's a tuning into a radio station, a news station, or a podcast or a TV show can say anything, but you pick up whatever you want to pick up. You get to interpret that station, that channel. This is why it's important to be open-minded and to expand your consciousness. The answers to your question is based on your own understanding. This is why it's important to open your mind, open your eyes, be quite literally awareness. And I think this is the power of pure consciousness, is with awareness, you get to realize whatever you channel, it's not about the information, it's about you have all the tools that you need. It's about choosing to learn, choosing to grow, and allow. But whatever you believe in, like whatever, it's like, it's truly so raw, so beautiful, so magical, and so godly. Being in connection with self. That is the core of it all.